From BigHMW.com, world headquarters at Bishop Park, this is the Atari Report, the 8-bit edition with Ray Jackson. Good evening, everybody. On this edition of the Atari Report, we take a look at one of the most graphically beautiful releases I've ever seen on an Atari gaming system. Ladies and gentlemen, from Eastern Europe, Albert, for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system. Yes, indeed, and no, he's not named after Albert Uruso, the founder of AtariH.com, or any of the forums below. But I gotta tell you, from Eastern Europe comes this graphically beautiful game here, Albert, for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system. A graphically wonderful masterpiece here. There are 3 different ways you can move Albert around, obviously, and the object is simple. Just like in any other jumping game like Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers, your job is to collect all the gems which appear on your screen here. Now, of course, you got 5 pots of energy per life, and what you have to do is you have to grab all the gems while avoiding those bugs down below, and every time a bug touches you, you lose a gram of energy. You lose all your energies, then, of course, the next time it touches you, or like right there, you lose energy that way. But the next time it touches you, after you lose all 5 pots of your energy, you lose a life. But right now, as you can see, this is a graphically beautiful masterpiece of a home video game. And I gotta tell you, it's a terrific game. 2 thumbs up isn't even good enough for this particular classic here, because you don't think graphics like this are possible on an Atari 8-bit home computer. But yes, they are possible. All you have to do is put your mind to it, and you can do the same thing just like this. It uses a lot of ROM, though, on the Atari XE game system, but it's well worth it. And, you know, it looks like an animated cartoon almost. I tell you, it's well done. I mean, these are fantastic graphics. The animation is there. It's well done at that. And that's what happens when you lose all your energy pods, then you lose a life there. But obviously, all you have to do is simply complete the screen by grabbing all the gems. And there are 3 gems left, as you can see there. But yeah, you have to avoid those bugs. They're constantly creeping around out there. And as far as the jumping is concerned, I will get that down, eventually one of these days. But I gotta tell you, it's a certain technique you have to use. There's certain ways to leap. You can hop, you can leap, you can walk, you can run, and it's well done at that too. But I just gotta master this game myself. I had a little difficulty with it too, but eventually I got it down. And of course, I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful game. I mean, I gotta tell you, graphically, it's right up there. I mean, it's magnificent. I mean, it looks like an animated cartoon. And Albert himself looks pretty cool too, I gotta tell you. But yes, I will master the controllability of this eventually. But 2 thumbs up for the graphics and 2 thumbs up for the play as well. Once you get it down, it's almost a piece of cake. You can go through level after level after level. But eventually, I'll get there eventually. But yeah, 3 gems left obviously, and more than 2 thumbs up for this game. But yeah. I'm having a little trouble right here, but I'll eventually get there. But just enjoy this masterpiece here. Yeah, you lost your energy there, and then you lose a life there as well. And now I got 1 life left, and obviously I got to be concerned with this. But yeah, once you get the jumping down and you get the timing down right, I got to tell you, this game could be played for hours and hours in one play. I gotta tell you, well done, multiple levels, and it gets more difficult with every level. I still got those 3 gems I have to collect yet, and they're above a little bit there, but once you collect all the gems, then you move on to the next level. But you only move on to the next level once you collect all the gems on board one screen. It's kind of like, in a way, like Super Mario Brothers, that you can hop and leap and everything else like that, but it's also like Pac-Man in the fact that you gotta grab all the gems before you can move on to the next level. I tell you, doesn't this look great? I mean, graphically it looks terrific, I gotta tell you. The fact that you've got this, you got the graphics like this, it's well done. And I gotta tell you, like I said, I gotta get the hang of the controls here. The graphics are superb, and this is what happens when you go on, you collected all the gems, now it's on to the second level. And yes, the second level is even more difficult than the first one, obviously. And every level after this is even more difficult than the last. As you can see in this next tier, I got 2 bugs I gotta guard against. And obviously it's a little hard to do. Yeah, like I said, it's a little hard to do, but once you get the hang of it, it should be a piece of cake. But yeah, you got all those gems to grab, and you got to grab all the gems before you go on to the next level. But once you do, it's a piece of cake. It should be a piece of cake, but I'll eventually get used to it. But I gotta tell you, well done. Oh, and did I mention also that this particular game here has a really cool soundtrack? I gotta tell you, the music is addicting, and I gotta tell you, it's well worth it to play it for a long time because you get to enjoy that upbeat track. I gotta tell you, it's a fantastic soundtrack on this particular game, and it's well worth it. I mean, I got the download available on the AtariH.com online forums. Of course, you go to the 8-bit and click the link down below so that you'll be able to download this and try it out for yourself for your Atari 8-bit home computer or Atari XE video game system. And it's well worth it. Top notch. 2 thumbs up isn't even good enough to describe this game. But it's well worth it. And I gotta tell you, it's magnificent. I gotta tell you, there gotta be more games out there that like this in the short future, and I'm sure there will be a lot more games like this in the short future. You can bet on that. I gotta tell you, the graphics are there, the soundtrack is great, and everything else like that, top notch. 2 thumbs up isn't good enough, like I said. How about 3 or 4? If we could do it that way, hell, maybe I should do a star rating rather than just 1 or 2 thumbs up like Cisco and Ebert used to do back in the day. Because of games like this, you know, it almost warrants it. It almost warrants that I have a star rating rather than a thumb up or 2 thumbs up or anything like that. Because games like this deserve that kind of thing. I gotta tell you, well done. You click on the AtariH.com forums and go to the link, and you'll be able to download this game and try it out for yourself and see what you can do with it. But fantastic graphics, I gotta tell you. Well, guys, what do you think? I gotta tell you, graphically, Albert is probably the best ever game I've seen on an Atari 8-bit system, and that includes my 5200 and my XE video game system. And I'm gonna tell you, Albert is top notch all the way through. I mean, I gotta tell you, 2 thumbs up isn't even enough to describe how I feel about this game. How about 3 or 4? Yeah, that kind of thing. I gotta tell you, I gotta get the hang of jumping and walking on Albert and things like that. But I gotta tell you, graphically, the animation is just superb. And the play is wonderful too. I mean, obviously your job is to collect all the gems in one level and go to the next level. But I gotta tell you, it is a beautiful, it almost looks like an animated cartoon almost. I mean, it's really, really nicely designed. And the guys who put it together over in Eastern Europe should be applauded and given 2, 3, 4 thumbs up, whatever. 2 thumbs up is not enough for this game. It's a wonderful game and wonderful to play at that too, and pretty tough at that too. But once you get the hang of the controls, you'll be amazed by this game too. I gotta hand it to them. You know, this is a wonderful game to play, and the graphics are superb, absolutely superb. Well, that's game over for this edition of the Atari Report. So for all of us here at BigHWW.com World Headquarters, I'm Ray Jackson wishing you good gaming and good night.